Now, Brutal Planet. This is the one that my son's been waiting for us to review because this is what he says is the greatest metal album ever.
It's high praise. But you know, on the negative side, he's a young boy. He likes Metallica, and that no, let's not even touch on it.
Okay, now his mother's opinion. This is the greatest album Alice ever made. It is the greatest metal album. This has got lyrics that are just absolutely awesome. I don't think there's a song on this album that has bad lyrics. This is just absolutely fantastic. The only downside this album could have is that a lot of people will think it's too dark.
I don't think Alice can get too dark.
It's just very... But this has got to be the darkest album Alice has ever done. Dada wasn't even dark like this.
Oh, no, Dada was darker than this.
The music is heavy, and, I mean, from the first song, Brutal Planet, it grabs you, and it's not uplifting. Of course, it don't depress you like Pink Floyd, but... but this has got... If Alice has an album that he should be proud of, it's Brutal Planet. It is absolutely fantastic. I mean, you've got songs on here, like I said, Brutal Planet, Wicked Young Man, Sanctuary, Blow Me a Kiss I think is great. Eat Some More, Pick Up the Bones is your favorite.
Pick Up the Bones is one of my favourite Alice songs, individual songs in the top 10, yep.
Yeah, and of course Pessimistic. My favorite Alice song, Gimme.
Gimme, yeah.
I love him doing Gimme.
Yeah, what'd you stop doing Gimme for, dude?
I love that. And of course it's The Little Things. Mm-hmm. And Take It Like a Woman is one of those songs that could replace Only Women Bleed.
It is a remake of Only Women Bleed.
Well, one of the women's songs. Mm-hmm. And Cold Machines. Now, Cold Machines is not exactly clones. The sentiment is somewhat similar, the cold, benign sort of things. But unlike clones, this is a fantastic song. I love Cold Machines.
Right. My turn?
Oh, you actually have something to say?
I do.
Okay, I'll let you. It's great. Get this album.
When 9 Inch Nails first came on the scene, that industrial, noisy rubbish, Alice liked it. And he reckons that he thought at that time that was the way that hard rock was going to go, in that direction, that industrial sound. And this is undoubtedly his own flirtation with that industrial metal type sound, and with his own little twists on it, with the part 2 of Christian morality type of album, starting with The Last Temptation and Brutal Planet. He pulled it off very, very well. I don't think it's quite as good as The Last Temptation, but it is in my top 5. I think, from memory.
Now see, a lot of people think that like The Last Temptation, Brutal Planet, and Dragontown, you know, he gets a little preachy. But see, I don't mind, because when Alice puts the devil in there, it just works for him. He's fantastic when he does these kind of songs.
Yes, he is.
They're excellent, the lyrics, and when he does them on stage, it's just great. I mean, when you're watching him do Brutal Planet and Gimme and these songs, he is just so sinister. And if I hadn't have, gave away my soul years ago, when he does Gimme, I'd just give it to him. He would have it.
And we were disappointed that you dropped Gimme from the second psychodrama show.
Yeah.
You played a very small, intimate venue, Alice.
But we got
Big L in Melbourne Casino. There's only a couple of hundred of us in that venue, and you dropped Gimme, and you replaced it with Cold Ethel. But
I wish he would have dropped a different one than Gimme, because Gimme is my favorite. But that was the first time I got to see Cold Ethel live.
But Gimme live is great. He comes out in this red satin shirt, and he's so smoothly evil. It's just great.
Yeah,
you got to do Gimme every show, man.
He can talk you out of your soul in Gimme.
Oh yeah. As opposed to having sex with a dead chick in Cold Ethel.
But honestly, Brutal Planet is my pick of all Alice albums. So if you want, you ever think, well, which album should I start with? if you're over 35, start with The Last Temptation. That is, if you know his 70s stuff. If you're under 35, unless you're just cool like me, then start with Brutal Planet, because the younger generation will definitely get into Brutal Planet. In fact, we've gotten several younger kids into Alice.
We have, yes.
And by using Brutal Planet for them to start.
Yep. Yeah, Brutal Planet is a very, very modern metal album. It takes elements of Aliceness, elements of Nine Inch Nails, as I said earlier, and also, although I probably don't like to say it, it rips a little bit of Marilyn Manson in there as well. But it's a little bit of a case of the master swiping from The Apprentice there, but it works, and it's all good. It works great.
Yeah, well, the thing of it is, Alice makes it work. Marilyn Manson never made anything work.
Other than the occasional song, but we're not talking about the mezzo. We're talking about the
No, you don't even talk about him when you're talking about Alice.
No, not in the same breath. No,
no, he's not a god like Alice.
No, he's not a god, no. Not even a demigod.
And before we start getting really stupid and just gushing over and over and over again.
Yeah, we don't want to gush.
I guess we'll let it go.
Remember our competition? It was still open 10 minutes ago. Nobody's won it yet. All you have to do is guess the 3 albums of Alice's official studio new albums. Not compilation, live albums or bootlegs. We're not interested in some obscure show he played in Germany in a phone box that you recorded. Not interested. Real albums that are not on our iPod. Then you can win the Alice Cooper bootleg, which is actually on the Sick Things website under bootlegs. No More Mr. Nice Guy unauthorised. And we'll send it to you and pay the postage and all that happy crap. All you have to do is tell us those 3 albums of Alice's that are not on our iPod.
And don't be stupid enough to guess Brutal Planet. If you haven't figured it out by now, it's on the iPod.
Yeah, and we should also mention, because at least 2 people have suggested Special Forces, that's not it.
No, it's not Special Forces.
We hate Special Forces, but it is on the iPod, because we wanted to listen to it to get familiar with it to do the review. So that it was on the iPod.
Okay, and then next week we'll send you to hell with Dragontown.
We're going to do Dragontown on its own next week, that's right. And we're getting very near the end of this series, and we're going to do something else. I'm not quite sure what.
I don't know.
Any suggestions? Give us a suggestion, something you want us to listen to and review, and we might do it if we get a decent suggestion.
Yeah, because we're just doing this for something fun to do.
Because we're just bored shitless and have no life whatsoever. So we sit here and talk shit.
Okay.
Anyway, got to wrap it up. See you next week.
Bye.